What should I be doing this summer to get ready for my senior year?
Your senior year will be here before you know it. It is a busy time full of excitement with a lot to accomplish. You should absolutely get started on taking care of some things this summer. One of the best things you can do is work on earning community service hours to help with scholarship requirements such as Bright Futures. There are many opportunities out there to volunteer and earn hours. Another idea is to take your SAT and ACT tests. If you haven't yet taken care of your online requirement, summer is a great time to do that. Please see your counselor for recommendations on what to take for an online course. You might also find a job that could allow you to take OJT next year. Also, you can check your student portal and look at your course requests for next school year. If you see something you don't understand or want to change an elective, you can take care of that now by emailing your counselor. And lastly, make sure you take some time out for rest and relaxation too. Enjoy your time off.
Why should I take the SAT or ACT, and which one's better to take?
The SAT and ACT are college admission tests. Colleges use your scores to determine how prepared you are for college and to make admission decisions. In addition, test scores from both tests can be used as alternates, also known as concordance scores, for the FSA reading test and algebra EOC test for graduation. Many of our students use SAT or ACT scores for their graduation testing requirement. The testing companies recommend that you attempt these tests at least twice, in the spring or summer after junior year and the fall or spring of senior year. Of course, you can test more often if you wish to improve your scores. As for which test is better, the answer is whichever you feel most comfortable with and score better on. Therefore, we recommend that you try both at least one time. Then you will know which test is best for you, and that is the test you should retake as needed. A few differences between the two tests are that ACT has a science component, which SAT does not. SAT reading is 65 minutes long with 52 questions, whereas ACT reading is 35 minutes long with 40 questions, so it is a faster pace. Also, the math on SAT includes two sections, one with calculator and one without, while the ACT has only one math section with the calculator allowed. Both tests cost around $50 to take. However, you may qualify for a fee waiver to cover the cost. You may pick up an application for a fee waiver in the main office, or you can find it on the school website at www.winterhavenhs.com under Guidance Forms.
How do I qualify for dual enrollment, and what is the process to register?
In order to take Polk State College dual enrollment courses, whether they are on our campus here at Winter Haven High School or taken at Polk State College in person or online, you must have a 3.0 unweighted GPA and have college-ready test scores on the PERT, ACT, or SAT tests. A good tip for everyone is to remember to choose Polk State College as one of the colleges to send your scores to when you register for SAT or ACT. Even if you don't plan to go to Polk, they will need these scores if you intend to use them to qualify for dual enrollment. If you need to take the PERT to qualify, you can do so remotely and take the test in the convenience of your own home. Information on how to take the PERT is available on the school website under Dual Enrollment Information. If you have questions about dual enrollment with Polk State College, please come see me, Mrs. Rirucka, in the morning before school at the back guidance desk, or you can email me at stephanie.rirucka@polk-fl.net. We also have dual enrollment courses offered on our campus through Southeastern University. The requirement for these is generally a 3.0 GPA, and students need to have passed their graduation test. If you are interested in SEU courses, please email your counselor. No specific test scores are required for these classes.
I'm starting to hear a lot about FAFSA and Bright Futures. What are those?
FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. You will hear a lot more about this your senior year. All seniors who apply for scholarships or want to attend college or technical school need to complete a FAFSA with their parents. This will not be available until October. Now, Bright Futures is a scholarship program that all Florida seniors can apply for. There can sometimes be confusion because the Bright Futures application website is named Florida Student Financial Aid. The important thing to remember is that they are two different applications. The FAFSA is completed with your parents, and the Bright Futures is completed at school with the counselors. We will go over all of this with you in the fall of your senior year and help you to navigate through this process.
Should you need community service hours to graduate? If not, why you should worry about it?
Students do not need to earn community service hours to graduate. This can be confusing because your portal has a place for a community service requirement. This is a focused software issue that we're unable to take off your portal. Although you do not need community service to graduate, please know that it is required for many scholarships, including Bright Futures. and Cambridge diploma students must complete 100 hours to be eligible for Bright Futures Florida Academic Scholarship. Many scholarship applications ask students to write about their community service, so now is the time to get started if you haven't yet. In addition, a minimum of 45 hours of community service is required for National Honor Society consideration in your junior and senior year. The forms are available in guidance at the back desk and in Mrs. Farthing's office. Also, all the forms with explanations are available on our school website under the Community Service link. Community service can be earned by volunteering with a nonprofit agency, and students must submit their plan to Mrs. Farthing for approval before they can start logging any hours. So see me after school or on Wednesdays in the cafeteria if you have any questions.
What's the difference between unweighted and a weighted GPA, and what GPA do I need to graduate with honors?
Unweighted GPA is measured on a scale of 0 to 4.0. The difficulty of your classes is not factored into your unweighted GPA. For example, an A equals 4 points, B equals 3, C equals 2 points, and a D equals 1. Weighted GPA is measured by the rigor courses a student takes. For example, when a student takes an honors or pre-ACE course, you will receive 0.5 extra weight on your GPA. Example for that is that A equals 4.5 points, B equals 3.5 points, C equals 2.5 points, and a D equals 1.5 points. If a student takes a dual enrollment, AP, or ACE course, you will receive an additional 1 point weighted on your GPA. An example for that is that A equals 5 points, B equals 4 points, C equals 3 points, and D equals 2 points. What do you need to graduate with honors? To graduate with honors, you will need a 3.2 to a 3.499. To graduate with high honors, you will need a 3.5 to a 3.74. And to graduate with honors with distinction, you will need a 3.75 and higher.
I'm a student athlete. What do I need to do to make sure I'm eligible to play sports in college?
If you're a student athlete, the first thing you need to do is set up a meeting with your school counselor so that we can make sure you are taken or enrolled in the courses that are required by NCAA Clearinghouse. For example, you may be enrolled in a math class to meet your high school graduation requirements. However, the math credit may not be accepted by NCAA Clearinghouse. Therefore, it is very important that you communicate with your counselor if you are a student athlete.
I've taken a lot of PE classes. Why does my student portal say I still need to take PE?
In order to meet your PE requirements, you need to have a personal fitness credit and a physical education credit. The only PE credit that meets the requirement for the personal fitness credit is personal fitness. All other PE credits will meet the requirement for physical education. Example, aerobics, weightlifting, outdoor education, fit lifestyle design, volleyball, basketball, and etc. Therefore, in order to receive your personal fitness credit, you will need to sign up for personal fitness on FLVS or PVS. However, if you take the full year of Hope, you will receive your personal fitness and physical education credit.
I'm only going to need a couple of credits to graduate. Does that mean I can just take the day off? And if I already have my 4 math credits, do I really need to take a math class?
No, actually you can't have the rest of the day off. If you only need a few credits to graduate, you still have to have a full 7-period schedule. However, if you have a job, you can receive OJT. As long as you meet acceleration, you can have more than 1 OJT period for every 5 hours you work per week. You can email your counselor if you're not sure if you have met acceleration. You can also have 1 period of no credit study hall. Even if you have earned all of your math credits, yes, you are still required to take a math class. It will be beneficial, especially if you're planning to go to college.
Can you go over graduation requirements one more time?
Sure. To graduate, you must have the required 24 credits, which includes an online credit. You have to pass the Reading FSA and Algebra ELC. You must also have a 2.0 cumulative grade point average. The required 24 credits includes 4 English credits, 4 math credits, including algebra and geometry, 3 science credits with biology being 1, world history, U.S. history, government economics, 1 PE credit, which can be Hope or Personal Fitness, and a Practical or Performing Arts credit.
What's the best way to get in touch with my counselor if I have questions?
The best way to get in contact with your school counselor is to email them. Their email addresses can be found on the school website. If you have a general question, you can see the counselor on duty every morning before school. We also have counselors available in the cafeteria guidance office during lunch every day.
Do I need to take a foreign language to graduate?
Foreign language is not a requirement for graduation. However, it is recommended for Florida college admissions, scholarships, and other special programs. It is required for admission to Florida State universities and for the Bright Future scholarships. Other special recognitions, such as Talented Top 10, requires that students have 2 years of foreign language. The 2 years of foreign language must be in the same language. Here at Winter Haven High School, we offer Spanish, French, and Japanese. If you have not taken a foreign language, I recommend you sign up now on FLVS or PVS. If you need assistance with signing up, email your school counselor.
What happens if a student didn't pass the reading or math test before graduation?
If a student is unable to pass FSA Reading or Algebra 1 EOC, the student will be given multiple opportunities to test again in the fall and spring prior to graduation. Students will be recommended to take the ACT and or SAT to help meet FSA Reading or Algebra 1 EOC requirements. These tests are known as concordant tests or alternates to FSA Reading and Algebra 1 EOC. If a student does not meet the requirements prior to graduation, but all other requirements are met, including credits and minimum GPA, he or she will receive a certificate of completion. A certificate of completion is not equivalent to a high school diploma and cannot be used for college admission. Once the test requirements are met, the student will then receive a high school diploma.